Well, hello there, everybody. It is me, your friendly ghost, Golden Freddy. Today, we'll be watching a video by this person called Disney Dan. Apparently, the research I did on him, he does evolutions of Disney costumes or something. And costumes in general, I think. I don't know. But anyway, here we go.
Hey, it's Dan, the Lost Media Monster. I love Lost Media. It's like a weird conspiracy theory with a shred of evidence that it actually happened. You know what I mean? It's like something you distinctly know exists, but you can't find much photographic or video evidence of it. It's like a blurry photo of Bigfoot in your mind. Like you distinctly remember that there was a Casper musical on Broadway, or that the Electric Mayhem bus drove down the Thanksgiving parade in New York City, or maybe the
Wait, what? This actually happened? What? Okay, I am truly surprised right now. But anyway, here we go. By the way, I didn't even know there was a Casper the Friendly Ghost musical. If anyone wants to comment about it, anything in this video, please do.
Jimmy Neutron actually flew through the sky at Universal Studios Orlando. Well, all of those things, in fact, did happen. And for this episode of Distery, I partnered up with my new pal, Shishigumi from the Lost Media Busters, to bring you 10 of my favorite pieces of costume character Lost Media. Ooh. No, it's not spooky, actually. It's Lost. Need your help finding it. Lost Media Monster, Lost Media Monster. Maybe it's a Grinch costume, maybe it's not. It is a Grinch costume. So what is Lost Media? Well, it's just essentially something that we know previously existed that is no longer available to the general public in any kind of immediate way. These are things that you can't go to the library or look up on Amazon.com and just get with 2-day free delivery. These are things that are truly lost to the ether, and Lost Media Busters does a really great job at curating and collecting some really, really fun bits and bobs of Lost Media, and much more that you can find over at the Lost Media Wiki, so make sure you check it out.
Shout out to lostmediawiki.com.
Now, the first bit of Lost Media for a costume character that really caught my attention and really got the ball rolling with me and Lost Media Busters is the 2003 Flying Jimmy Neutron. This is a costume character that actually flew through the sky of Universal Studios Orlando. In May 2003, Universal Studios Orlando rolled out a spectacle to celebrate the opening of Jimmy Neutron's Nicktoon Blast, a family-friendly simulator ride starring Nickelodeon's Boy Genius. During the grand opening ceremony, Jimmy Neutron himself amazed the crowd by flying onto the stage with a real jetpack. This thrilling stunt was executed by the Rocket Man TV Group, a company that specializes in jetpack performances for live events, commercials, and television. While the Rocket Man team proudly showcases various stunts in their sizzle reel, no footage of this specific event has surfaced online, leaving it as a tantalizing piece of Lost Media. Can you even imagine a costume character Jimmy Neutron flying through the sky? And there's only like one photo of it? This is a travesty. A legit flying jetpacked man in Universal Studios. And like we've seen this happen before with Storm in that X-Men show. We know what it's like for a costume character to fly through the sky, but Storm had a wire, man. No wires here. I can't even imagine. Were any of you there? Please, do any of you have home video of flying Jimmy Neutron? Point me in the direction. I want to see it so bad. Now here's another bit of costume character Lost Media that's driving me crazy. The 1969 Mr. Toad meet and greet. A drivable Mr. Toad car with a Mr. Toad big head costume character in it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is a rare photo of an actual rare costume character. Not just like a rare, like, oh, we just were promoting a movie and they were only out for a year. No. Rare and like, this was only in a parade like a couple of times and then disappeared into the ether. So cool. What's going on here? He's driving a little version of the actual ride vehicle, a drivable Mr. Toad ride vehicle. Like, get Mr. Toad back in the park yesterday. And this, of course, comes from the era that I documented pretty well when we looked for Pete in the parks. There was a lot of parade costume characters, such as Pete, and now obviously Mr. Toad, that were clearly like used and were a one-off or were a test before all the costumes got redesigned in the early 70s for the opening, of course, of Walt Disney World. So this is just one of those lost costumes that I don't think we'll ever see. And where is a Mr. Toad meet and greet? Get him in the parks right now. I want to meet a Mr. Toad immediately. Can you imagine how cool it would be to meet a Mr. Toad?
Yeah, that would be
what?
cool.
Sign me up right now. Sign me up right now.
Sign me up, Toad.
Lost Media Monster gets mad when...
There's amazing costume characters that Lost Media Monster could meet.
And Lost Media Monster now cannot beat.
In the same parade, there was also like the weird like boy catcher from the Pinocchio movies with like his like donkey boy prison cart. Another character that lost to time. Not nearly as interesting as Mr. Toad. In the fall of 1998, our buddies Feld Entertainment brought to life the spooky ooky R.L. Stein's Goosebumps live on stage. This theatrical production blended chills, humor, interactive storytelling to engage young fans with a wildly popular book series behind it. The show toured multiple cities across the U.S., featuring a variety of creepy characters and spooktacular sets. That's copy from them, not me. While I do say spooktacular often in my vocabulary, it's not something I pull out of the closet much. Despite all of its ambitions with its big theatrical run, barely any evidence of it lasts now that it's gone. We only really know that this thing exists because like on eBay, you can still buy all like the merchandise, like t-shirts and pennants and stuff like that. There's lots of promotional merchandise from the show. And there are even VH1 commercials promoting the show, but they don't necessarily include clips from the show, so we really don't know. This is kind of lost. This is kind of neat, and this is also a good example of how lost media is kind of like weirdly like found and preserved, because everyone's like, yeah, I totally know I saw this live show, and then they're like, oh yeah, well I can get merch for it on eBay, so they definitely existed. There's just a couple of little promo clips, but by and large, this is gone. And that's interesting. Maybe I gotta call up my buddies at Feld. Gotta call up old skate shoes, not yellow shoes, it's skate shoes. Be like, hey, what's going on? You send me the tapes. Let me cover it. Now, of course, everyone knows the Muppets were in the Thanksgiving parade. The Kermit balloon is infamous. Everyone loves the Kermit balloon, but what you might not know is in the late 70s, specifically.
Yeah, to be fair, here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, we do love us some Muppets. Well, only if that were a real thing. To be fair, us here at Freddy's, we don't watch TV much, you know? Anyway, let's get back to it, shall we? By the way, I have seen this many years ago. My memory banks were not wiped, but I do remember this. I remember it well. Anyway, yeah, I will probably do a reaction to either me or one of the others will do a reaction to the Thanksgiving Day parade. If it happens this year, unsure. Or we will do something for our Halloween. Stay tuned.
1979, the Electric Mayhem bus filled with Muppets would roll through the streets of New York for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Now, here's the thing. Before like 1980 or so, we didn't save the recordings of the parade. Like many parade recordings are lost, including this area of the parade that has the Muppets in the Electric Mayhem bus. There's a few photos of it, but by and large, there is no recordings of it. Other sections of that year's parade have been found, but not the section with the Muppets. A little bit of a bummer. And fun fact, Kevin Clash actually talks about this parade in particular as being the parade where he met Jim Henson for the first time on that bus.
The Muppet movie had just come out, and so they had the bus.
A little bit of Muppets Lost Media. I love it. There's actually a lot more Muppet Lost Media. Let me know in the comments if you want a whole Muppet Lost Media episode, because old Lost Media Monster can do it. I've got the technology. When E.T. Adventure opened in Hollywood studios,
E.T. phone home. That's my best voice I can do of him. Don't judge me.
in 1991, a grand, spectacular event hosted by Creative Integrity filled the space with galactic spectacle. I think I said spectacle twice, but that's how much spectacle was in this, okay? It was this crazy show to open up this ride where a real UFO, a real ET UFO, flew across the San Fernando Valley and landed in the parks on top of the building for the ride, at which point E.T. emerged from the UFO as a puppet on the rooftop and interacted with characters playing Elliot as well as the guests on the ground below. So for a hot second, there was an E.T. meetable character. There's like an E.T. meet and greet puppet thing with a glowing finger and all. But despite this like incredible spectacle of a show, there's only like 3 or 4 pictures of it. Like there's barely any evidence that like it happened, it exists, that ET was actually on the building talking to people. It's a bummer. Where is this? We need this. We need this, guys. Someone go find this. I need to see ET talking to people.
Kenny, Kenny.
He said Kenny so many times.
He said Kenny so many times.
Like the Pope, like high up above, being like, E.T., phone home to you, bless you, bless you. What was E.T. saying to the people below?
Kenny.
E.T. see you.
E.T. see you.
Sticking with Universal Studios Hollywood in the late 1990s, boy oh boy, they brought the prehistoric love of the Land Before Time live to the stage.
You know, us here at Freddy's, we really like this movie, you know? I mean, sometimes we even do watch-alongs with this. But, you know, come to Freddy's and you might see it. You know, this might have to be a 2-parter. We will see. Won't we now? Yes. Let me read this. Rare footage of Littlefoot and Sarah, costume characters from the Land Before Time, at Universal Studios Hollywood in 1998. Those look something, you know. And is it just me who thinks Littlefoot is actually taking the child? It sounds like, Littlefoot, what are you doing? Littlefoot is like, what? I'm just hugging the child, you know. Anyway, let's get back to it, shall we? Yes. Also, shout out to these chatters, I guess you could call them. I don't know. Anyway, shout out to them.
guys, with costume characters of all of the dinos. This thing ran from approximately 1997 to like 1999. Barely any footage of the show exists. NBC has a little clip of it in like a promo reel they put out for their 50th anniversary, but like by and large, like it's all lost. And this was cool because it had everybody in it. Had Littlefoot, had Sarah, had Ducky, had some singing and dancing. It was amazing, but it's all gone. And Universal Studios Hollywood did this a couple of times. They had an Alvin and Chipmunk show, which is another one that's kind of like partially lost. So breaking lost media news. While we were in the middle of literally editing this episode, this piece of lost media was found. Reddit user BFGNZ unearthed an entire recording of the live show. This is what I'm talking about, baby. We're finding lost media, and this episode isn't even out yet. Kenny and I are still editing it. It's wild seeing dinosaurs stomp around on stage in Universal Hollywood. If you ask me, this is very Barney coded, like Barney costume characters, dino costume characters. You get it. The costumes are stunning. I love it. I really love the giant mom dino animatronic puppet that comes out at the end. She's amazing. Let me know if you guys want to have a whole video on Land Before Time characters in the comments below. And remember, if you find lost media like this, any of the lost media on this list, make sure you head on over to Lost Media Busters on social media and share with Shishigumi some of the great stuff you found. This is great. This half the reason why I'm doing these videos is to find this cool stuff, and we already found one, and the video isn't even done.
Well, I would like to see a full version of this, you know. Please do, Dan. Do a full video of this.
All right, to leap from Hollywood, if we may, for a moment, to the great white north of Canada, 2017, we almost had a Cirque du Soleil show inspired by the sequel to the Nut Job film. That's right. To promote the release of Nut Job 2, let me read this correctly, Nutty by Nature, the animated franchise took to the stage with a live show called The Nut Job Live and Friends. The production brought Surly Squirrel and his woodland pals to life in a dazzling performance designed by a composer from Cirque du Soleil. So it wasn't even like a director or performer, it was just a composer? I don't know. The involvement of such a high caliber creative team promised a spectacle filled with music, acrobatics, and charm. However, despite all of the ambitious concept, the show and the show's full recording is nowhere to be found. Making it a grand entry into lost media. And what's interesting is, and maybe the show toured for a second, you can't find that anywhere. You can't find this incredibly obscure nut job Cirque du Soleil stunt show. It's a little strange because all the social media for these things exists, and it's still up. Like the Nut Job 2 circus show's Twitter account is still up with all kinds of promotional materials for the show, but we just can't find a full recording of the show to see whatever this was. Like whatever this is, it's lost. It's lost. And maybe, I'm not one to judge, maybe this is one that should stay lost. Maybe this is one that should stay lost. Does anyone need whatever this is? I don't think so. Dan is decreeing it stays lost.
We have to go back.
All right, this is truly one of my favorites on the list. To capitalize on the success of the 1995 live-action film Casper, a Broadway musical adaptation.
Casper the friendly ghost. Casper the friendly ghost. I don't know. I'm just thinking here. Anyway, let's get back to it. Anyway, before I start back up, these costumes are cursed. Cursed, I tell you. Why do they exist? Maybe they did exist. I mean, obviously they did exist, but I hope they don't anymore, you know? Because, oh boy, it is cursed. I mean, look at Casper. That does not look like a child at all. Like, oh boy. I mean, you could have easily made him a puppet too, you know. Easily. But no, you didn't. Why? Why? I think Dan might go into it. Let us see, shall we?
In the late 90s, and everyone promptly forgot about it. Oh my goodness, this production is fascinating to me. I'm so fascinated by this because everyone loved a Christina Ricci and a Casper, you know? And so I guess this started off as like a fun little show in like a black box space in a hotel in the UK called Butlins. And then the show kind of like took off in popularity. So it moved to the West End in 1999. And that version's pretty well documented. But then eventually it made its way to New York in the 2000s. And that is almost all completely lost. There's an entire gorgeously maintained archive of Casper the Musical maintained by user Pink Octopi 64 that shows just how much of the show is directly pulled from the movie, but it also took its own weird spin by being like Casper and his pals up against like a bunch of like high-tech ghost hunters. So it has its own unique story. The entire soundtrack is available on YouTube, so you can listen to it right now. And I guess the rights are out because like high schools and stuff do it all the time. But like I guess the Broadway version, a lot of the Broadway info just totally lost. So what a weird look at this Casper costume, man.
Oh boy.
In 2013, the fans, and there were many of them, of the beloved show Pajanimals were hyped. They were hyped because Pajanimals were about to be live. They were about to go on a live tour, except like a month before Pajanimals Live was set to go out, the show on TV and the live show both abruptly canceled, tickets refunded.
What?
Silence ever since. Now, they had like a preview of the show because there's photos out there of celebrities hanging out with these costumes, or celebrities. I think that the show disappeared because the TV show was canceled.
Apollo, Cowbella, Ice, Squacky, I think that's how you say it. Sweet Pea Sue. Anyway, yes, I think this may have to be a two-parter, but we will see.
Canceled like right at the same time, and they're just like, look, we're not marketing this, we're not paying anyone to run this anymore, just get it all gone. And it all went. They even had a website, pajanimalslive.com. R.I.P. Pajanimals. Look how cute they are.
Yeah.
Look at them. Squacky, Sweet Pea Sue, Cowbella, and Apollo. This is truly epic, and I pray that one day we find more information about this one because I'm obsessed. In 1970, there was a live stage adaptation of none other than Godzilla versus another infamous kaiju, Gamera. That's right,
How would you do that? How would you do a Godzilla musical? Anyway.
Was for a time a live-action WWE wrestling event that you could go to in an arena and watch Godzilla clash up against Gamera one-on-one with lots of other kaiju costumes. What literally looks like the real movie costumes. This was a 10-night special event, and what's really cool is the thing that's amazing is Haru Nakajima, the original performer for Godzilla in the movies, played Godzilla all 10 nights live on stage. That was a huge draw for people. People were pouring in to see the Godzilla. There's a couple little tiny clips. Otherwise, it's completely lost. I can't even imagine how cool this would be. I would pay money right now to go to an arena that has an entire small village built in it, and the entire point of the small village is just to be destroyed by a guy wearing a Godzilla suit fighting other guys wearing Godzilla suits. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it.
Bring it back.
Right now. Sign me up. I don't know why aren't we doing this again? Why are we doing this again? Why aren't we still doing this? I need it. I need it. Come on, Godzilla. Come on, Godzilla
Bring
Live.
it
Give
back,
it to me.
Godzilla.
Now, if you're into this
back.
whole Lost Media chat, make sure to head over to my podcast, Fun, where I had a whole discussion with a lot of these topics plus many more with Shishigumi from Lost Media Busters. He's awesome. He's my first cartoon guest, which I'm super hyped about. I'm going to have him back on, but I'll be a Lost Media monster next time he's on the podcast. But this is the first of many. Let me know in the comments below some of your favorite Lost Media, what other theme park Lost Media is out there, and costume character Lost Media. The list goes on and on. These are just 10 10 that I just kind of picked that were most interesting to me, but I have another like 30 ready to go for like 3 or 4 more videos. So make sure to like this video and leave a comment, because the better this video does, the more Lost Media episodes will come out. Special thanks again to Shishigumi and all of his buddies. Make sure to head into the description of this video to find links to some of the Lost Media archives, as well as additional resources on a lot of the things we talked about. This has been amazing. Special thanks to my patrons. Thank you all patrons for supporting the channel. It's the end of the year, so the beginning of the year is always rough with ad revenue. So if you can, to support the channel, even for a few months, head on over and drop by patreon.com/DisneyDan and sign up and be a Dapper Dan or part of the Laugh Pack, or whatever. Any support really helps, specifically in the winter, spring, where YouTube doesn't support us at all. Thanks so much, guys. You're all amazing. For more information on everything and all my additional links, head on over to thedisneydan.com, including a link to get some cash off of any Halloween costumes from halloweencostumes.com, who also sells Christmas costumes, New Year's costumes, Valentine's Day costumes. They sell everything, including Lost Media Monster costumes, aka Grinch costumes. But I'm now the Lost Media Monster. I'm not the Grinch. The Grinch looks very different. Doesn't look like this. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, you rock.
Bye, Dan. Anyway, yes. Initial thoughts. Afterthoughts, I guess. Good video. Really good. But, yes. To be fair, I was not talking much because Dan, or Disney Dan, was doing all the talking. So I could not add my own commentary as much as I would like to have. But anyway, yes. Please again, like, comment, and subscribe if you want more. Anyway, farewell.